How to always win an argument. When two people argue, they basically just want their various points to not only be understood by the other party, but to also be accepted. It gets even harder when you are up against someone who hardly listens to any else's opinion. When it comes to arguments, some people do a great job to stay away from it. Others, on the other hand, as in the case with most of us, prefer not to argue, but we are also prepared to do so when necessary. However, if you find yourself always losing an argument, then you probably understand how frustrating it is to always be on that end. Author and professor of psychology, Susan Krauss Whitbourne, puts it this way: in an argument, your appraisal that you are losing, your belief that you need to be right, and the extent to which you like the other person can all have an impact on the emotions you experience. So, let's find out how you can always win an argument, irrespective of who you are having the argument with. In this video, we'll be sharing with you some tips on how to always win an argument. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Number 1. Stay calm and listen to your opponent's point of view. Even if you are so passionate about the subject of discussion, you need to stay calm, because getting so emotional about it or letting out your anger will only make you lose your argument eventually. You don't have to agree with your opponent to see their point of view, and you can only do this when you stay calm to begin with. You can't accurately debate someone without first understanding why they think the way they do, or even what their entire argument is. The other party is more likely to listen to you when you first allow them to get their entire thoughts out without interrupting them in any way. Number 2. Ask questions. After you have gone ahead to listen to your opponent's point of view, take time to understand what they are trying to say, to know what point exactly they are raising. Stepping into their mental frame can allow you to figure out what is influencing them and give you a better platform to present your argument. However, you can only figure it out when you ask questions, the right questions precisely. Asking questions does not only help you understand your opponent, but it also puts you in control of the argument. Ask questions that challenge his or her point, questions that calmly provoke them. For instance, what is it about this subject that gets you this angry or worked up? Or you can try questions that give them a little bit of difficulty trying to figure out. Again, this definitely keeps you calm all the more and puts you in charge of the argument. Number 3. Know your facts. If you want to argue a point, then you should be ready to prove to your listeners that you know exactly what you're talking about. You have got to be convincing. First, before you go ahead to engage in an argument, be sure of what you are saying and be sure to back it up with facts. You don't want to appear like someone with a baseless argument. Whitbourne says it this way: how many times have you made a claim about some piece of trivia only to realize as soon as you've made that claim that you are completely wrong? Inevitably, someone challenges you, but because you don't want to lose, you continue to stick to your guns. I'm sure a good number of us have experienced this. And how did it make you feel to know that you were wrong but just wouldn't admit to it? Terrible, I suppose. So, know your facts. Number 4. Be prepared to accept or agree with a good point, even if it's from your opponent. Most of the times, we are so focused on what we are going to say that we ignore the other party's thoughts and sayings, even when they are obviously making a good point. Don't argue with every point for the sake of it. And in fact, if you agree with some of the points he or she is making, be sure to point out to them before you go ahead to present yours. This will help them feel encouraged to consider your own point of view as well, because you have affirmed some of their points. Getting defensive, on the other hand, and not considering their points is a bad way to win an argument. However, if you appear to be giving the other side's position a thoughtful review, then the solution you propose will seem to be far more sensible. Number 5. Keep your emotions under control. Although this might make you come off as the weak one, But again, just like keeping calm, managing your emotions will help you gain points by showing that you can exercise self-control. And who knows, it could bring the argument to an end by helping you both come to a reasonable point or conclusion. Just be sure you maintain a positive atmosphere throughout the argument. Try not to raise your voice, as this is likely to put you both into a fight or flight mode and eventually shut your opponent out from listening or even considering your points of view. Speech and presentation coach Sims Worth says, be mindful of your emotions. When anger and fear overtake you, your cause will be weakened. Be passionate, be expressive, but stay calm and carry on. Anger makes you less appealing. Nothing truer than this. Number 6. Avoid distractions. Distractions can come in any form, especially from your opponent. Allowing yourself to get carried away by these can completely put you off your toes and disallow you from making a clear and vivid point. For instance, if your opponent tries to throw in an entirely different topic or conversation, be firm and point it out to him. While you may be willing to discuss that topic as well, it is paramount you stick to the subject of your argument at the moment. Once you're done with that, you can proceed to discuss or begin other arguments. Number 7. Respect your opponent irrespective. It is always important to remember that the point of an argument is to get your point of view about a subject matter delivered to your opponent without any interference in private matters. So, do not in any way get personal, even when the argument gets really heated up. Why? Because you do not want to ruin your relationship with him or her. Avoid attacks on their lifestyle, integrity, honesty, or anything personal. Neither should the argument lead to you questioning your relationship altogether. Rather than attack the person, attack the issue. Do not in any way get confrontational or make your opponent feel insulted or disrespected. And if they try to, take the higher ground, point it out and continue with the argument instead. Winning an argument is pretty simple if you stick to these tips. Remember, winning an argument doesn't mean making an enemy for yourself. It simply means expressing your point of view about a particular matter. Stay calm, listen to others' point of view, ask provocative questions. Don't make it personal. Keep your emotions in control. Agree with some of their points so they can agree with yours too. Know your facts so you won't just be rigid on a wrong fact. In all, respect people even if their opinions is different from yours. Thank you for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.